Hi, Rabia. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to be speaking with you. You're one of the partners over at Happa Studio, based out of Islamabad. So welcome here on this platform, and thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Priya. I'm very humbled you guys wanted to speak to us.
Rabia, tell me a little bit about your background, kind of where you went to school, how you got involved in this.
Sure. I did my O levels and then I went to Kined, where I graduated and also did my master's in mass communication. So my degree is a master's degree is in mass communication itself. Um, Most people think that it's more geared towards journalism, but we were fortunate enough to have a lot of modules in terms of advertising, graphic design, and all of that. So that really sort of got me interested in the entire advertising and ad agency setup. My father was from an advertising background. He was an advertising man all his life, so I've always had that around me in the house.
Yeah.
And then after then I got married. Didn't work for a couple of years because we were not here in Pakistan. We were abroad. So I lived in Jordan and Cairo for about 3 years, and which was fantastic. Yeah, which was pretty good. And did some part-time work there. But once I came back, myself, and Umar and this other friend of ours, Mehreen, what we started with essentially was a free magazine, which was the first of its kind for Pakistan, and it was called The Fourth Article. So that's where we started off. And Umar is a graphic designer by profession and by degree. And Mehreen had the same degree as I did. So Umar started Happa Studios. He's the founder. But after a couple of years, we joined him, and then Mehreen moved on to more stuff. But I stayed back, and now Happa Studios is now 14 years old. So it's been a pretty fantastic journey so far. And we work with a number of brands that I'm sure a lot of people know of. We have clients locally and internationally as well. So yeah, but still learning and, really open to a lot of ideas. So this is about me in a short 2 minutes. But we potentially, what happened was with Happa Studios, because we had, as we grew and we slowly had a team together, which dealt with whether it was websites or whether it was, the digital medium or the tech end of stuff. We decided to start our own brand, which is an e-commerce shoe brand called Whistle and Hum.
Oh.
So yeah, and we did this entire brand. It was we went to China, we did all the sourcing, created the entire brand, language, everything, strategy itself, and now that's about 3.5 years old. And yeah. So we started with that, and then recently, very recently, in fact, in September, I co-partnered with the Haryali founder, and which is an event-based farmers market, and we decided to take that online. And what was fantastic about that was that for a lot of people, COVID might seem, a bit scary, but for this entire enterprise, it was great.
Yeah.
And the best part is that when we decided to do this, there was no sign of COVID. So, it was God sent.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we launched in September with that. Haryalimarket.com is based on small businesses, the informal business sector, women related businesses, women-led businesses. And what we wanted to do was to give them a platform and a marketplace so that they could all come together and reach out, locally and hopefully internationally as well. I mean, that's the plan. So so we're hoping that happens, but we're only like 3 months old from the time we launched. So still a long way to go and a lot of work to do. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating ideally pool of people who are going to be working on data itself and research, and maybe get in those numbers that are required.
Or,
And
I mean, how do you make decisions without knowing kind of
exactly.
information, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we're also discussing certain maybe policy changes within the SME policy that's due to come out soon.